Canelo, Crawford, who you got if that happens?
I can't go against Crawford. I fuck with Crawford. I like him in the ring, out the ring. I think that he's the best right now.
After a meeting between Turki Al-Sheikh and Canelo Alvarez, it was reported that all details for the fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez have been discussed and finalized. The matchup is now officially confirmed.
Is that a fight that you're considering now?
We'll see. We'll see. Everything is possible. We'll see. We want to talk about it. Sit down.
Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican boxing champion, is keeping his options open for 2025, with several potential opponents under consideration. However, it seems that Canelo is particularly interested in one proposal from Turki Al-Sheikh, the president of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority. Recently, Canelo traveled to London to accept the Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year award. During the event, he met with Turki Al-Sheikh and later confirmed in an interview that the fight with Terence "Bud" Crawford has been finalized, though he did not reveal any additional details. "There's always a possibility, we'll see, but we're here to do the best business," Canelo told The Ring when asked about his meeting with Al-Sheikh and the upcoming fight with Crawford.
And figure out something.
I know you thought he was kind of a lose-lose situation for you. Do you think he's too small to compete with you?
David Benavidez, the mandatory challenger for Canelo Alvarez according to the World Boxing Council, WBC, is awaiting his opportunity to face the Mexican champion. However, due to Canelo's apparent hesitation to accept this challenge, he may instead face Terence "Bud" Crawford in his September fight. The main obstacle in finalizing this matchup is the significant weight difference. Crawford competes in the 154-pound super welterweight division, which is 2 weight classes below Canelo.
You know, I thought I would never say this, but Canelo's scared. Literally, I thought I would, as a fighter, I know fighters are not scared.
"I never thought I'd say this, but Canelo's scared." These were the words of a fighter who believes fear, rather than money, may be the real barrier to securing a deal for a potential fight. While initial negotiations could begin at the $150 million that Canelo has requested, other challenges remain. Eddie Hearn, the British promoter and head of Matchroom, recently discussed the situation in an interview with Fight Hype. While some in the boxing world view the matchup between Canelo and Terence Crawford as an exciting and potentially lucrative contest, others have expressed concerns about the risks involved for both fighters, fearing for their safety and well-being.
They're not scared, but wow, we've been begging Canelo, please, we want this fight. I want it as a fan.
Terence Crawford has stepped up his training, recently sparring with boxing legend Andre Ward in preparation for his upcoming fight. Crawford brought Ward in for some light sparring at his home gym on Tuesday morning. Ward posted a snippet of their session on social media, giving fans a glimpse of Crawford refining his hand-fighting skills. The post quickly garnered praise from fans, who lauded the collaboration between Crawford and the iconic former champion. Fans were quick to react to the clip of Terence Crawford sparring with Andre Ward, with one commenting, "Iron sharpens iron," while another tweeted, "Two of the GOATs going at it." A third fan added, "Some serious knowledge in that ring." One supporter emphasized Crawford's pound-for-pound status, saying, "This is why Terence is pound-for-pound. He has masters of the sport in his gym and gives them their flowers." Meanwhile, a fifth fan stated, "The two best Americans since Floyd Mayweather." Ward, of course, is one of the few world champions to retire undefeated, adding to the significance of the collaboration. Ryan Garcia didn't mince words when asked about a potential matchup between boxing champions Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. In a recent interview with CCTV, Garcia expressed his blunt opinion, labeling Crawford an overhyped bum and predicting a clear victory for Canelo if the two were to fight. Garcia didn't hold back, calling Crawford a boring fighter who doesn't deserve the attention he receives and even accusing him of stealing boxing's money.
Terence Crawford really hasn't beat nobody other than Errol Spence Jr. that went through a car crash. Name one guy that he beat other than Errol Spence that's well known. Sean Porter that was washed. Who has he beat? He hasn't beat nobody, bro. He's not gonna beat nobody, bro. Terence Crawford.
Unsurprisingly, Ryan Garcia was firm in his opinion, even challenging one of the superstars to fight him if they disagreed with what he had to say.
Terence Crawford is no, he ain't like that, bro. Terence Crawford is an overhyped bum, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody gotta say it. You're an overhyped bum, bro. I'm looking at the camera right now. You suck, bro.
One of the best fighters in the amateurs, bro, and so is he, Garcia said. I've seen plenty of fighters like him. I don't care if he can counter my left hook, I'll find a way to get to him. He's not that good, he gets hit a lot, he gets wobbled, he's not untouchable. Despite Crawford's abilities, Garcia insisted, I charged at the beginning of 3rd grade and won. If a fight between Garcia and Crawford were to happen, it would likely take place at a catchweight. Garcia has never fought at the 147 pounds welterweight limit or above, while Crawford last competed at super lightweight, 147 pounds, in August 2017. Currently, Garcia is under suspension after testing positive for a banned substance following his 2021 fight with Devin Haney. Despite leaving the sport to pursue life coaching, Garcia continues to make headlines in boxing, often by downplaying the accomplishments of his peers.
You're like that. Stop stealing boxing money. You're wasting everybody's money. You're not entertaining, bro. You're boring as come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking shit. I can do it anytime.
You think you can see Crawford?
I can definitely see Crawford, bro. What do you mean? Bro, I've seen many fighters like him too. He's not that good, bro. He gets hit a lot, bro. He gets wobbled, hit. Bro, he's not untouchable, bro. You act like he's Mayweather.
Now, Ryan Garcia has set his sights on Terence Crawford, who has been pursuing a potential fight with Canelo Alvarez in 2025. While Canelo has yet to accept the challenge, Garcia claims he has already reached out to Crawford, wanting to prove that Crawford isn't as skilled as people believe. Garcia even taunted Crawford, suggesting a big payday could be part of the offer. As for Bud Crawford, I already called him, Garcia said. I think he's just trying to get a fight with Canelo Alvarez, but I don't think that's going to happen. Have you ever fought someone with one-punch knockout power? No, that's why I think Bud Crawford is overrated.
I don't think that he's not a great fighter, but I don't think he's as good as people say. He's not like a Sugar Ray Leonard, you know, not Tommy Hearn. You can't do that because he's not like that, bro. He hasn't fought nobody that has firepower like him.
I'd love to fight Bud. I don't think he's as good as people say, Garcia stated, referring to the undefeated Terence Crawford, the WBC and WBO welterweight champion. If Bud is listening, I'd like to fight you. I'd give you a beating. Garcia left the decision to Crawford, saying whether the fight happens is up to him, but he made it clear that if Crawford accepts, he'd receive a substantial payday. If he doesn't want it, it's not my fault. He's boring as hell, but I'd probably give him the biggest paycheck of his life if he takes the fight, Garcia added.
Who would win, him or Boots?
I like Boots. In my opinion, I like Boots. I don't think Crawford could keep up with somebody that talented and young and fast. I haven't even seen him fight somebody.
Despite his complicated relationship with Canelo Alvarez, Oscar de la Hoya has shared his thoughts on a potential showdown between the Mexican superstar and Terence Crawford. De la Hoya insists that his predictions regarding any fight involving Canelo are unbiased. The former world champion has a strong opinion on how this hypothetical matchup would unfold. He believes that Canelo, with his superior size and power, would have a clear advantage over Crawford.
I'll be going for Bud. You know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going for Crawford.
At 154 pounds, Crawford didn't look too dangerous in the ring against a beast. So imagine Canelo, as the bigger guy, being the beast. It's almost like a no contest, De La Hoya told Fight Hub TV. I mean, come on, when has a smaller, skilled guy ever beaten a bigger, skilled guy? It's never happened in the history of the sport, it's rare. De La Hoya believes that Crawford, known for his technical skill and punching power, would face a significant physical challenge if he were to take on Canelo at his natural weight.
Oscar, Terence Crawford says he wants to fight Canelo. He's changed his tune. He said he's willing to move up through weight divisions. To me, that's kind of crazy, but that just shows you, like, man, the dog that's in Terence Crawford. If Canelo is victorious...
While some experts believe Terence Crawford has the skills to compete with Canelo Alvarez, the disparity in size and power could prove to be a decisive factor. For now, the future of this potential fight remains uncertain. Both fighters have existing commitments, and any agreement will depend on several factors, including contract negotiations and strategic decisions from both teams. Not many fighters have shared the ring with both Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. The only man to do so in a professional setting was Amir Khan, who suffered stoppage defeats to both. Khan has already shared his thoughts on how a potential Crawford versus Canelo matchup would play out.
Hello?
Terence Crawford will beat Canelo anytime. Anytime. Because, and this is the...
There are a few others who have sparred with both men, and one of them has now shared his thoughts on how he believes a potential clash could unfold. That man is middleweight contender Corbin Davis, who also faced fellow Canelo rival David Benavidez in November 2021. Having sparred with both Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, Davis told Mill City Boxing that he thinks it would be extremely tough for Crawford and backs Alvarez to win. Canelo is a big guy. It's going to be a lot. He can take a punch, so you're not going to hurt Canelo. I don't think Crawford can hurt him with one punch. Maybe he can cut an eye or something or bother him to the body, Davis explained.
What do I think of that fight?
Yeah.
I think that, everybody knows that Crawford got the skills. I do think that Canelo's a little big. He's a little big for Crawford. And it'll be a tall task.
He's got to put some muscle behind his punches and go to the body. It's going to be a tall task, said Davis. Canelo can really fight. He has moves and traps. It's not easy in boxing. Nothing's impossible, but if I had to bet, I'd put my money on Canelo. I'm not taking anything away from Crawford, but Canelo is great. Can Canelo stop him? He's the bigger guy, and I think one punch could do it. The debate over Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez continues to heat up. Crawford, the former undisputed welterweight champion, is coming off a unanimous decision win over Israel Madrimov at 154 pounds, securing both the WBA and interim WBO super welterweight titles. However, unlike his dominant performance against Errol Spence Jr. at 147 pounds, Crawford didn't look as impressive against the former champion from Uzbekistan.
It'll be a lot to get that victory based on, size alone. Not that size wouldn't fight, but you got a guy that got size and skill. It'll be hard.
This has led many to rule out Crawford's chances against Canelo Alvarez if the fight ever happens at 168 pounds. However, not everyone shares that view. Some believe Crawford will adapt and provide a serious challenge to the super middleweight king. One of those individuals is renowned boxing trainer Teddy Atlas, who once trained Mike Tyson. In a recent interview with Fight Hub TV, Atlas shared his thoughts on Crawford's potential in the 168 pounds division. Don't discount his first time at 154. Don't discount that there will be some growth there too, Atlas confidently stated during the interview. Let's just say I'm thrilled. When the opportunity arises, I will be organizing the training for our new company. I spent most of my life in the 158 pounds defense division during my PhD.
On that, and I don't know, would you advise a fighter to move up 3 weight classes to fight someone like Canelo?
You got to remember, he's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking 6. If you add on 3, Yeah, my math is different.
Don't go and believe it's going to be the same Crawford when he steps up to 158 pounds, Atlas said. If that happens, no, this is going to be a better armed Crawford, even better than he's been. He continued by suggesting that after his closely contested bout against Madrimov in August, Crawford would gain the knowledge and confidence necessary to acquire another belt in the division. So it's said, Crawford will gain the knowledge and confidence needed to acquire another belt in the division. Sharing his final verdict on a potential Canelo versus Crawford matchup, Atlas told the reporter, "So don't be so sure that the Crawford you saw with Madrimov isn't going to be different. He will be different."
Being that I've been in this business my whole life. So 6 is a lot. 6 weight classes. That's a lot. 3, he had the skeleton for it.
It's important to note that the World Boxing Organization, WBO, has ordered Sebastian Fundora and Terence Crawford to come to an agreement for a fight within 30 days for the WBO super welterweight title. While the deal has not yet been officially confirmed, Fundora's promoter, Samson Lukowicz, told Boxing Scene that their focus is solely on a fight with Crawford. However, he acknowledged that Crawford is looking to move up to the 168 pounds division to face Canelo. If that doesn't happen, Fundora is ready to take on Crawford. While Canelo Alvarez's strength and punching power may intimidate some fighters, Terence Crawford isn't one of them. Speaking to TMZ Sports, Crawford expressed his absolute confidence in securing a victory over the Mexican superstar if they were to face off.
I know he's got this. I know he's got this. I know he's got the character, and I know he's got the mind. I know he has special gifts that very few.
At the moment, it's still a big if, as despite Crawford making it clear that he wants the fight, Canelo doesn't seem as certain. Crawford was present to witness Canelo Alvarez's most recent victory, where Canelo responded with a simple, no comment, when asked about a potential matchup with Bud. However, when a reputable news source spoke with Crawford, the 36-year-old fighter expressed that he still very much wants to step into the ring with Canelo, stating, of course, if this was Canelo Alvarez's last opinion.
For both of us, I believe.
Any doubt in your mind that you beat him?
Of course I beat him. It ain't no doubt in my mind that I won't beat anybody.
I feel like that's a legacy fight, Crawford said. I believe this is the biggest fight in boxing today if it happens. Crawford acknowledges the challenges he would face, particularly Canelo's size and power. However, he confidently stated, I've been fighting bigger guys my whole life, and guaranteed that he would come away with a win. Of course I'll beat him, the 41-0 fighter added. There's no doubt in my mind that I won't beat anybody I step in the ring with.
Yeah, I can't rap, that's what I'm saying, so I gotta stick to what I know. I beat people up.
Oh, God.
I beat people up.
Crawford has won 5 consecutive matches since his last defeat in the light heavyweight division to the highly skilled Russian. However, he has faced criticism for choosing easier opponents to boost his record. The 34-year-old holds a 62-2 record in 66 career bouts. Despite this, many boxing experts believe Crawford is at a disadvantage due to the weight class. While fans continue to clamor for the dream matchup, the anticipated fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford seems likely to remain just that, a dream. Eddie Hearn, who has had a close relationship with the Mexican superstar, recently discussed his conversation with Canelo about the potential fight. Unfortunately, the outlook isn't promising.
I'm gonna start rapping, man, and then everybody gonna be saying, man, I'm being Roy Jones Jr. I'm coming out like Roy.
Recall that His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh was also advocating for the fight during Crawford's bout with Israil Madrimov last year. The Saudi royal had even asked Hearn to reach out to Canelo's team to make the fight happen. However, the fight never materialized, and discussions about the potential matchup have slowly faded. There's also a lot of back and forth between the employers and the Turks and people that are trying to put the final nail in the coffin, Hearn said in an interview with Fight Hype. When asked about the potential fight, Hearn admitted, I'll be honest, I'd be very surprised if that fight happens. I think His Excellency has been pushing for it, but it didn't seem like it was something that Canelo was really up for. To be honest, I think he's kind of feeling
to come my way and me and him get in the ring, then it'll be an electrifying fight, you know.
Hearn recalled his previous conversation with Canelo, saying, I think his feeling is that when I beat Crawford, everyone will say I've beaten 154-pounders. He also explained that at this stage of Canelo's career, he's looking for opponents who will come forward and engage in a fight, something Canelo believes Crawford won't do. Notably, Crawford would be climbing several weight classes for this potential matchup, putting him at a disadvantage. Even if Crawford makes it to 165 pounds, Canelo would still be the bigger man. To win, but would need to remain agile on his feet. Hearn shares that belief, stating, Crawford can't really come to fight in that situation because he's had a massive size disadvantage, before concluding, I don't think that fight will happen.
It won't be like any other fight that he's fought recently, and it'll be a well-fought fight.
Despite the grim reality surrounding this potential matchup, people continue to share their opinions on who might come out victorious. Demetrius Andrade has weighed in on the potential super fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, offering an honest assessment of the bout. In a screenshot, Alvarez wrote, Crawford will serve as a one-on-one mentor, and Canelo Alvarez and Crawford will watch for the near future. While praising Crawford's skills and their shared history, Andrade pointed out the challenges Crawford would face in moving up 2 weight classes to challenge the super middleweight champion. His would glean on the wisdom that skill would bring, and in his case, a massive box, preparing him for SummerSlam after a limited martial arts career, Andrade added.
Very surprised if that fight happens. I think His Excellency has been pushing that fight. It didn't seem like it was something that Canelo was really up for.
Andrade believes Crawford can make the fight competitive but doubts he can overcome Canelo's size, power, and agility. I don't think Crawford can beat Canelo, but I still think he can give him a good fight, he said. I'll be sitting there fuming for Canelo all day. He added, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos. Make sure to hit the bell icon and stay updated. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for all the latest in boxing.
I think his kind of feeling is, when I beat Crawford, everyone's going to say I've beaten a 154 pounder. And he also, I think at his